Okay, this is 4.2. And the title of this one is percent of change. Make sure you guys put your name, date, and all that stuff. Okay, the essential question has not changed. It has to do with money, right? So how can we, what does it say? How can percents help you
understand your situations involving money?
Good. How can percents help you? I'm going to change it to learn about money. I'm abbreviating my own EQ. Sound good? Money. All right. Okay, so we were given a formula, and it was used for both percent increase and decrease, so we're going to write that down. On the left-hand side, put percent, you can abbreviate the percent, just put the symbol. Percent increase, and then also put percent decrease, since it's the same formula. And they call this the percent change. So that is equal to the amount of change divided by the original amount. Percent change is equal to the amount of change divided by the original amount. So let's just go right into an example so this makes a little more sense to you guys. Okay, so let's say it rained one year. So we'll do year 1, rain equals 30 inches. And then let's say the next year, so year 2, the rain was 24 inches. Is our percent going to go up or down?
Down.
Down, right? The number's less. So that's pretty obvious. So let's plug this into the formula. What is the amount of change right here? How many inches did it change by?
6.
6. How did you get that?
30 minus 24.
Yeah. So you did 30 minus 24 equals 6. And what is the original amount? What was year 1? 30. So that's the number we divide by, not the next year, but the original year. So when you divide 6 by 30 in your calculator, you're actually going to get a decimal, right? Because this is less than 1. So you actually get 0.2. So what is that as a percentage? 20%, not 2%, right? So we write 20%. And we should also say, is it an increase or decrease? Decrease, so you could put an arrow going down for decrease. If you guys forget how to change your decimal into percent, you can multiply that by 100. Do you remember that trick from 6th grade?
Yeah.
So you could do 0.2 times 100, which gives you 20. Alright? So if you need to know that, draw yourself little arrows. So, any questions on how to find percent of change? Raise your hand if you think that's pretty simple. Yeah, you can subtract and divide, right? I hope so. The only problem that people, or the mistake people make, is they forget to divide by the original amount. So it's like the first number you're given, right? Sometimes they'll divide by 24 and then you're going to get a different answer, right? So they count on the test you doing that error, and then in multiple choice they'll give you both of those answers. So you really have to know. Let's try another one. Example 2. Am I going too fast? It's okay. All right. Let's say we'll do a price change. So let's say that last year the Nikes that you wanted were $126. Okay? But then this year, like LeBron signed them or whatever. So now they're $150. So is this an increase or decrease? Increase. That's obvious. We need to find the difference here. We need to find the amount of change. How do we find the amount of change? So we subtract 150
and you get 24
minus 126 and you get 24. And what do you divide that by?
You divide that by 126.
Good. That's the original amount, right? So when you divide that, you get in your calculator 0.19. What is that as a percentage?
19%.
19%.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're not sure, you can multiply by 100. 19%. And is my arrow going up or down? Up, because look at the price went up. My Nikes went up. Yeah, my LeBron signed Nikes went up. Okay, so that is percent of change. There was one more formula in the book. And it was percent, do you remember? Error, good. So let's write that over here on the left. Percent error. So this one's pretty easy. It's the amount of the error divided by the actual amount. I'm going to underline actual so you remember. It's not original like the other one. It's the actual. Okay, so we're going to do just one example for this because we have other stuff in the book to use. But let's see, we just had Thanksgiving. So let's say I estimate my turkey to be 10 pounds. So I'm going to write the estimate is 10 pounds. That's what I estimate it. But I look on the tag and the actual weight of my turkey is 13.75 pounds. It's a little bigger than I thought. How do I plug this information into that formula? How do I get the amount error? What does that mean? What do you think?
Your estimate.
But what is the amount of the error I made there? Yeah, it's just like the other one. You subtract it, right? So to get the amount error, you would do 13.75 minus 10, which is what?
65. 60. 3.75.
13.7. Yeah, good.
I can't see my
So we're subtracting to get the amount of the error. And then what do I divide by?
You divide by the original number, which is 10 pounds.
I do?
No,
the actual.
Oh.
13.7.
Good. So I divide by the actual 13.75. Okay, and then we're really happy for our calculators at this point, right?
Yeah.
And our answer is 0.27 with a line over it because it's repeating. So what does that mean in percentage?
That means 27%.
27% is my error. Do I have to put an arrow on this one? No, because it's not asking for increase or decrease. This is just the error I made. So I miscalculated the weight of my turkey by 27%. That's what that means, okay? Any questions on that? Okay, so in your book, you're going to turn to page, let's see, what did I write on the board? 147. And we're just going to look at 2 through 10, not 20, 2 through 10 even.